everybody, and welcome to episode 3 with your tall, handsome coach. My name is Tyler Locke. I'm excited to be here today. I want to talk to you guys about memories make movement. And what I mean by that is when you go back and you look back at all the big memories that you have had in your life, it's not really the successes that have changed you, have molded you, have put you on a path of a different direction. It's all those failures. For me, I almost died, fell asleep at the wheel, not once, but twice in my life. Falling asleep, almost going into Lake Ontario, made me really appreciate life. I then moved to Australia. My second one, I was coming back from a show at 2 a.m. and fell asleep at the wheel and almost ran right off the highway. So these memories, definitely make movement. And what has happened with that is I stopped doing things. I stopped driving when I was tired. I understood that, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to kill myself, and then I won't have 4 amazing children to father, to be there for all their amazing events. So you have to change things. And I mean, though, it's the failures, it's the darkness that really matters. It's not the light. For me, when I started working out, I'm going to go over some of the most amazing stories. I've been in this business 10 years, constantly going, and some of the most amazing stories that I've had with clients and for myself, and just some lessons I've learned. And it all started when I actually started competing. I've done 20 shows. I started competing in my first show, 2008, and it was such a different mentality then. For me, it was like, I got this awesome six-pack I got this beautiful, nobody's gonna touch me. Not one of these older guys are gonna come in and whoop me. I'm gonna win this first show. Well, when I went to my show, did I have a reality check? Because I was one of the worst bodies there, let me tell you. And guys that were 25 years older than me were just destroying me. It wasn't even a choice of who was gonna win. And I said to myself, how are you 45, 50 years old and that ripped? Well, they have 20 years of muscle memory. They started their journey way earlier. So that right there made me really reevaluate doing shows and all that, because for me, it was like, I was thinking I was gonna be the best, and going there and then realize, shit, I'm actually one of the worst here, was a huge reality check. And I was totally humbleized, and I will never do that again. I will know, and I'll go to a show and I'll go as hard as I can, but I won't be upset or I won't be depressed if I lose to a guy who's better than me. I'll appreciate that. I'll appreciate all his hard work, that he woke up earlier, that he's doing a little bit more than me, or he has, maybe he does have better genetics, but not the point. At the end of the day, you decide how you're gonna do it. You have to implement the proper plan if you want to receive the proper goal. So that's a huge thing with me. That was my first real lesson in this industry. And at that point, after I started getting ripped, and I've done, again, 20 shows, after the third or fourth show, I realized, this is great. This is great that I can get ripped, but it's not fulfilling to me. This is not fulfilling to me because I don't have anybody here with me. I'm doing this for me. I'm the only winner here. Is when I started having people and coaching people to shows, is when I realized, I have a talent. I have a gift from God that I can help these people realize their potential. I can help them realize, you can be better. You can do a little more if you're willing to step outside that box. Be courageous. Have courage to do things with being judged. Family members, friends, doesn't really matter. Trying to rip you off those goals, being like, a lot of those people will give you excuses like they might have mental breakdowns after shows, or shows are terrible for your body, or you have to get a stupid whatever they can do to bring you down. But if you are relentless enough, you will be fucking fired up and beat that and use that fuel in the right direction, and you will use that fuel at the gym. And then guess what? On that show day, it's amazing. Those people that say those things to you are the people that are the first people to congratulate you. That's the most amazing thing about it. These are the people that are willing to just say, hey, I'm so proud of you, but really they were doubting you the whole time. And that's okay. And that was another realization you had to come to, that these goals are not for them. These goals are for me. I wanted to do a show. These are for me. I don't care about their judgment. I don't care what they're think. I don't care if they think I look like a fool in a bikini, wearing Speedos. And my whole point was it helped me grow. It helped me grow to a new level. It helped me grow because I look back and I'm like, fuck, I was a real idiot there. I look like an idiot. I'm looking at the videos and be like, is that me? But you know what? It's pushed me to the person I am today because I did that stuff. I want to go over a couple client memories as well, which really shaped me, which really made me appreciate the human body. And I hope that you guys pay attention to this story. This is one of the best fitness stories I can give you. Okay, I once had a client, she was very overweight. This is when I was starting my business about 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, this woman and she'd been training for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, awesome results as per normal, going in, and she was on her way to the hospital. So she was on her way to the hospital. She called me. I didn't answer the phone, so she gave me a voicemail and saying, hey, Tyler, I have these things on my legs. Okay, I don't know what they are. I'm really freaked out. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'll check it out. They're bumps. I don't know. So I will call you as soon as I'm done at the doctor, let you know if I can come to training tomorrow. So obviously I'm concerned. I am very concerned. What has happened? This girl is 300 and something pounds. Maybe I did something when I was training. I don't know. So we get there, and about 2 hours later, she gives me a call back, and she's calling me, but she can't stop laughing. She just constantly laughs. And I'm, Jen, what is wrong? She's like, I'm an idiot. And I said, why? What happened at the hospital? Like, you're scaring me. She's like, they were my kneecaps. I haven't seen them in so long. I didn't know what they were. Those were my kneecaps. What an amazing, oh my gosh, because she hadn't seen her kneecaps in years because she's been so overweight, she thought they were some sort of abrasion or goiter. I don't know what she thought it was, but she went there. Anyways, it was a great story. I want to share one more story with you that has really changed me too, that has really made me appreciate what I do as a person, as a trainer, as a motivator, as a guidance, as a father. You know what? This is all good. It all plays into one. It all synergizes into one good person. That's what I want to be. Now, this woman, another overweight woman, when she started, she was very negative, very down on herself, very emotional. But what I would do is I would really try to make her feel good. I would actually call her Sexy Stacy, okay? I know that's probably not the right word to use, but this woman was 325 pounds. She needed a boost. She needed a little Tyler boost, and that's okay. I wanted to make her day, and that's what I was put on this earth to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So when she came in again bawling, crying. She couldn't even get a word in. And I said, Stacy, this girl's been doing, a few months now, and she's been doing real good. And she's gotten awesome results. She comes in crying. I said, Stacy, what's the matter? Why you can't even get a word in today? She's like, no, Tyler, this is a good thing. This is an amazing thing. Guess what happened? And starts crying. Tears are coming down. I was like, oh my God, did your husband just die? Are you okay? She said, no, this is a good thing. She said, this is the first time in my life that I've been able to move my own patio furniture up the hill. And I just kind of broke out laughing. I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, all that, and this has made you so happy because you can do the little things. Because it's not about the six-pack guy. It's about mobility. It's about feeling good. It's about being able to do life's tasks like picking up your keys off the floor. That is a big accomplishment sometimes. When you are not flexible, you haven't taken care of yourself. Guess what? Those little things are going to become hard. Grabbing your patio furniture and taking up a hill, that's tough too. But that was an accomplishment. That stuck with me because it was that much of an effect for her in her life and made joy in her life. And that's what I want to do. And that's what the whole podcast is for. That's why I believe that we need a little bit of Tyler in our life. We need a little bit of energy. We need a little bit of love. We need a little bit of everything so that we can start being reminded what's truly good in our life. It's not the materialistic things. It's the things you can go to a store and you can't buy. You can't buy time. You can't buy confidence. You can't buy energy. You can't buy self-love. You can't buy all that stuff that's so valuable, yet people won't pay for it. That's what boggles me. You won't pay for that. You'll pay $200, $300 for a pair of shoes, but you won't pay $200, $300 for a program that will change your life, that will inspire you, that will motivate you, that will push you, that will challenge you, that will make you hungry every goddamn day when you wake up because you know what? You want to be better and you're not satisfied with this life because life goes fast and it will get taken away fast and fast, and you should have that sense of urgency through life. I'm worried. That's why I don't waste days. That's why I try to maximize each day. I have my personal checklist. I do that. I go over that checklist sometimes, and that takes me 16 to 17 hours of productivity, including dad time, including personal time, including workout time, diet, taking care of my sweetie, my Rosie, everything. That takes effort. That takes priorities. That takes structure. That takes effort to keep to that. And a lot of people, what they do is they just lack consistency. And if you lack consistency, guess what? That is okay. But it's just about starting small. Everyone tries to dive into my programs and they want to get every single supplement. They want to do every single cardio. They're buying a stepper machine by day 3. That's not necessary. What you need to do is start building momentum. We're always paving that foundation first. And I always tell my clients when they get their first macros, they're surprised how much food I'm giving them. Because I don't want to try to starve you and then you get sick. That's not the purpose. Whenever you build a building, if you build a solid building, you're trying to build a skyscraper, you got to dig a hole first. So you got to go deep, lower than level, actually. You got to get even worse. That's like me. If I'm starting a business, I have to financially invest. You know what? Here's $10,000, which I spent on putting in a door into my other gym so people didn't have to walk through my house. That was my investments. That was my say, I accept this. I accept the shit sandwich that I have to pay a lot of interest and I have to pay this for the next 4 years. But guess what? It's worth not going to a different job that I hate going to. You know what? It's worth going to downstairs in my own home, doing what I get to do and doing what I love, caring for people, helping people, motivating people, changing people's fucking lives. That is a gift right there. And I thank God himself for helping me find my gift. And I believe that everyone does have a gift and everyone has, a passion and a gift. It's the thing that comes to you the easiest with the littlest amount of effort. Okay, so if you're good at something and you're really good and you probably like it because you're good, because I can tell you right now, if I'm getting somebody to do a one-leg deadlift, well, I hate this one. They're almost never good at it if they hate it. But if they love the exercise, they're really good at it. See how that goes together? So don't get good at the things you're good at. Get good at things that you're not so good at, especially working out. When I'm trying to fix a muscle imbalance, people often say, Tyler, do you want me to do more reps on the one side? No. What I want you to do is step back, go backtrack, and figure out the coordination. If I want to throw a ball, for example, okay, and I'm trying to throw it, I don't just whip it as hard as I can. I would take 10 times and I would find my motion first. I would go, say I'm using my left hand. I would find my motion first, and once I've mastered that motion, just like a weight exercise, if I'm doing a shoulder press, if my shoulder is a little funky, I focus on fixing that imbalance first, because when the parts are in the right spot, the car works better. I promise you that. So if all those parts are in the right spot, your car's going to go at its fastest. It's going to stay from breaking down, and that's what we need to realize as well. It's not just let's drive as fast as we can and get as many kilometers on, work as hard as we can and do 3-hour workouts and think we're going to get fit that way. This is not. That's fit for a while. That is not fit for life. And fit for life represents things that it's longevity, okay? I want to be able to last for a very long time. That is my goal. I want to last for a very long time. I want to feel good at 45. I want to feel good at 50 years old. I want to look good, but I want to feel good. And when you feel good and you look good, that is an ultimate combination of self-love right there. You can look in the mirror. I don't have to go to the store and try on 15 different shirts because I know those shirts just fit me because I take care of myself, and those are part of the perks of, taking care of yourself, putting an investment in you. And if you guys are sitting at home and not investing in you, not putting in any effort to make yourself better, come on, man. This is a once in a lifetime this is not a chore, this virus right now. We have an opportunity. Life has officially slowed down. This is never going to happen again. This is never, hopefully, knock on wood, this never happens again, probably in your lifetime. And once we get past this, we use this to grow better and get better and do more and to be more. But if you guys are sitting there wasting this time and wasting this opportunity, you're going to backtrack. And then you're going to have to do twice as much work just to get to where you were. And then you're going to miss out on your opportunity because you didn't stay going. You didn't stay consistent, okay? And are you worth it? Is your body worth it? Does this thing take care of you 365 days a year, 7 days a week? You have to ask yourself to that. Is it valuable? Can you go to work without it? I know you can't. You're going to need that, okay? That is the first thing that you need. That is the only thing that you need is health first, okay? Everything after health, okay? And if you get sick, my brother went to the hospital and he had to eat through a straw, and I can tell you the first thing he said is, I can't tell you how grateful I am for this health system. And we are so lucky to have our health care in Canada, and all the amazing nurses and doctors and all those frontline friggin' workers. God bless your heart, doing all the risky stuff. They're taking the shots. They're going on to that front line. They are the one taking the shots. So a huge appreciation for them. I do want to get into a couple more memories of myself. I want to give you my best memory ever. And it was when I was competing, when I fell in love with competing. Because what happened is, when I was competing, I knew I was going to lose. I knew I was going to lose. And I know that sounds crazy, but I knew the guy that was in my division already was doing the show. He didn't even know I existed, but I knew I was going to lose. And I was still willing to do all this work. I would have his picture on the Stairmaster, and all I could think of is, if you know what, he's going to be bigger than me, he's going to have better muscles than me, but I'm going to out-condition him. I'm going to see if I can beat him that way. And as I go on, I worked 16 weeks, and it was one of the best damn shows I've ever had. Wednesday, it's my last cardio. I go in the change room and somebody steals my phone, so it kind of tries to throw me off, but I didn't even fucking care, because I was so relentless, so focused on trying to beat this guy or being beside him. My goal was just to be beside him. I wanted to be beside him. That's all I cared about, and that was a win to me. So when we went on stage, we had the biggest group, and I thought there was only 5, and then I look over and there's another whole half. So we had about 16, 17 people in our group, and this is when I had a breakthrough. I don't know if you've ever had a breakthrough, but they are pretty spectacular. They are pretty magical things if you've ever had a breakthrough in your life. So as I go on stage, I have this guy, and this guy's been on magazine covers. He was already a sponsored athlete, okay? And I see him over there, and I see him doing his thing, and he stays in the center of the stage, and then I do my thing, and I get moved into the kind of the center, and then we go and we get called the top 5, okay? Which is, if you guys done a show, that's a magical feeling when you get that, and it's a big group, and you get that top 5. This was at a provincial show. Well, I wasn't beside him right away. I was in the 5th position, but 2 seconds later, I get put beside him. Well, I'll tell you this. I swear to you with all my heart that God himself gave me like a little light there, and it was like my lats just grew, and I was like, I cannot believe this moment is happening. All those stairs that I stepped with his pitcher to try and beat him, I am now beside him. I'm going to give my best effort to beat this guy and win this friggin' show and do the best I can. And so as we go into the posing, we go, and he keeps the center spot, and I keep the second spot, and he beats me, but not the point. Point of the story is, I talk like I've won. When I tell people, oh yeah, I won that show, but I didn't win the show, because my goal was, I was that relentless to be beside him, and that was my goal. That was my win for me. Knowing I got second place was an amazing accomplishment, but it was a breakthrough moment that I had, and not only that, I made best friends with him, ended up going out and making friends, and then you make relationships. It was such an amazing experience, and I hope that all you guys, if you've looked down on shows, can at least look with an open mind. Okay, because they do screw you up if you don't put goals after. And a lot of people will get those blues, and we're not going to get into that too much today, but you will. If you don't have goals after, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to feel depressed, because you were pushing so hard on every single day, and then you decide just to stop. Of course you got to set yourself, and it doesn't have to be show goals. What it has to be, it could be anything. It could be, say you want to work on a small business, say you want to work on a side project, say you want to work on, that's the stuff that we want to do for you guys. Okay, so as I finish off kind of this podcast, and my podcasts are fairly short because it is just me talking. I'm going to get some guests on here eventually, but I wanted to kind of get comfortable with speaking to you, gain a relationship, hopefully motivate you guys to be your best you that you can be, and also just making sure that we're making the best out of this situation, this virus situation, not wasting time. We're going to make sure that you add something, you do something of value for somebody and for you, but you wake up being grateful anyway. You don't wake up being a grump, complaining about the world, because that's exactly how your day is going to go. Be grateful of this beautiful sunshine, of this beautiful world that we have, that we're so lucky to live in, okay, that we get this just one opportunity. We're never coming back. So when we do, when we're here, we gotta make this opportunity count for us. We got this body, we got this heartbeat, we got these eyes, we got these ears, and not everybody even has that. So feel blessed to have what you have and do what you gotta do with what you got, with where you are. And that's my best advice for you, okay? It's not about, again, perfection, it's about permanent. And if you can create positive habits in your life, you're gonna start to diminish all the negative ones. And when you start to diminish them and you start tweaking your life away and you get that tweak, it feels good. It feels dang good to do that. And when you can start to take away all that negativity and really now push for goals that are out of reach, that's even more. That's when you're jumping ahead. And I believe everybody has to jump because we're too scared. We stay in our spot, we're comfortable, and we don't get the best out that we can get. So one thing today, especially this week, guys, make sure that you're stepping above, you're doing something good for somebody, because life is about being nice to people. Life is about making people laugh and smile. And another piece of advice, make sure you're laughing along the way. If you're not laughing along the way and you're running your business and you're always stressed and you seem depressed and you're miserable, then are you really happy? Are you going to be successful when you get there? No. Real success is when you're happy and doing what you love. Okay? That is real success. Not if you're a millionaire and you're miserable. That's not success. Success is waking up every day excited for life, having a zest for life, having that energy for life, having that contagious want to be better and better and better. And I hope that you guys can. I hope that you guys can wake up with a relentless attitude to want to be better and to be a better person as well. I hope you enjoyed the podcast today. Thank you very much for everybody who came on, and I hope that you guys can check it out on YouTube and subscribe. Don't forget. Thanks.